m'entends? Ok, microphone est allumé. C'est pour ça. Juste m'assurer que ça allait. Mais ça va.
Okay, welcome everyone for the next version of Meet the Driver. We are going to be in France today, so I'm starting to meet the drivers again. We have a new fellow that's just joined eSeniors, and I'm going to show you his face right now. There he is, Mr. Sicre, Franck. How is that pronunciation? Sicre, c'est bon? C'est bon?
Sicre.
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 Sicre. Sicre.
Voilà.
Franck. Welcome.
C'est ça.
Welcome.
Merci.
So you don't see what we're seeing, but that's okay because you're a new face, and you joined eSeniors just recently, didn't you? In the last few months.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, 3 months.
Okay.
3 months ago.
Let's get started with. I know where you're from. You told me that ahead of time. You were born in a small place, and I'm just going to be showing that on the screen to everybody else. But you. Here we are. Let's see. There we go. There we are. Why can't I get? Oh, wrong screen. There we go. You were born in some place called Saint-Cyr, l'école. C'est ça?
Right.
Yeah. It's a small place, how I understand. It's just outside of Versailles. We're looking at the Google Maps right now. It's on the outside of Versailles, between you and Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And you're living in Paris now.
I'm living in Paris.
Now everybody's jealous. And your name is a little different. Is there some historical or some nationality is that a particularly French name, or does it come from some other nationality originally? Do you know?
No, it's come from Spain.
Spain. Spanish.
Yes, it was Sicre.
Sicre.
Yeah, and with the time now it's Sicre.
And Franck is.
But my parents are from the south of France.
Okay, and just for everybody's, let me see why I don't see something. There's just something I want to see. Like there we go. Just where you live again in Paris. Of course, everybody knows where Paris is, so I don't even have to show that Europe-wise. What was it like growing up in de l'école?
No, I was growing up in a city near Saint-Cyr. It's called Pontoise. Near from a car track.
Oh, you're kidding. That's nice.
Yes, I did.
I'm just trying to see why I can't see your face again. Oh, I know why. Hang on. There, I'm pushing it back. Now we're going to do the interview in English, but English is not your first language, so once in a while we might switch over to French, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all, and because I'm bilingual, and hey, those guys who don't speak French, too bad for them, right?
You've got chance.
So what was it like growing up in that little town?
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Many various cultures. Very, very, with a lot of love, no violence. We call that in France now les banlieues.
Yeah.
And it was the golden age of banlieue.
Yeah, banlieue is suburbs in English. That's fine.
Something like this. I think so.
Yeah. So it was a golden age because that was a long time ago. What can I ask your age? I know you're over 50.
60.
60. Okay.
60 in June. Mm-hmm.
That's about. Most of the guys are around 60. I'm 68 myself, so I'm getting up there. My reaction times are getting a little worse. You'll be there soon. So then you, what kind of upbringing, the kind of jobs that you have, what kind of schooling? What's the story behind Sicre?
Oh, it's a really, really long story. After college, I wanted to be a sailor in, like something like cargo. Can you understand that? It's
wait, cargo's good.
It's navy, but it's not military navy.
Yeah. No, it's cargo. Cargo's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And I studied for that to be officier. How do you call officier in English?
Close. Officer. That's good.
Officer. Yeah, that's good. And then my dad gave me a camera, and it was the beginning of the end for me. I discovered photography, and then when I coming back from my last travel, I say, okay, Dad, now I want to be a photographer.
Ah,
My dad was upset. My mom say, okay, Frank, do what you want to do, but you have to work for that. Then I start 3 years in a school in Paris and starting to work like a photographer.
oh wow. Professional, like different. Was it mostly people or?
Portraiture and still life, something like this,
Uh,
and commercial for sure.
yeah. I'm just trying while you're talking here. I'm trying to get up the link that you gave me. We'll look at that later. But okay, that's a good thing. So,
Mhm.
so you've been a photographer all your life. That's amazing.
Mhm. That you have in Instagram, it's personal work
Yeah, yeah.
because I live this job,
So
no
you,
creativity, and everybody talk to me how to put the light, how to do the frame. I wasn't agree with that,
oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
say
yeah.
okay, a new adventure for me, and now I'm studio manager in a studio photo.
Well, same business. It's just a little different action on it. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Your English is fine, by the way. Don't worry about that.
Thank you
A
very
word
much
here
for
and there.
this time.
I'll help you with if you flip a word out there that doesn't something like does not have a good English sound. I'll tell you a story. I did another interview with a Belgium guy who was very English, and he said I asked him what he did for a living, and he said camion élévateur.
Camion elevator, okay.
So
Mhm.
now that I'm
Yeah.
bilingual, I had no idea. That's a European term. No idea what that meant. Looked it up, and then for English, it's forklift. Not even close to the same. A fork. They describe it as a fork, and you guys are talking about the up and down part, right? So I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty funny. I thought I knew just about everything. So now you're a studio manager. Okay, well let's get into how about family? You have family?
Yeah, family, a wife for sure, and three childrens,
No,
two boys
nice.
and a daughter.
Wow. And your background looks photography like, actually. I'm just looking at that now. That's very nice and colorful, your background on the video. What is that? Is
Mhm.
that a studio type thing?
Yes, we call that a background colorama. The photographers and the directors use it
Yeah.
to make a background, and they have the choice between different colors.
Yeah, nice. No, I can see that goes
That's
from
it. You can use like a green one. You know when you have to make how do
a
you say
background, yeah, like a
decor?
green screen.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, a green screen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, so you can use different colors,
And this is
obviously.
this is all of the colors.
Yeah, green. There's nothing special with green. You can make it any color nowadays with the
Yeah.
technology. Yeah. I'm a small amount of a photographer myself. I started in digital. I used to do it when I was a kid in university. We fooled around with wet film, as we call it, right? But
Okay.
once digital came in, I started doing digital. And I have a shelf with all the generations of digital cameras because they were at first they were pretty bad. I mean, I was looking for something with a good lens. I mean, they didn't make SLRs with digital at first, right? So, and my little story about photography and early digital was I love to do panoramas. But
Okay.
back in 1980, of course, the software
Okay.
wasn't there. There was a guy, I think he was a German guy, invented a very sophisticated mathematical program on a PC to do the stitching, and it would come out as a Photoshop in different stitches, right? But you had to
Yeah.
it didn't do a very good job with the borders. You had to do your own Photoshop work to get the colors perfectly right. So and it took when you did a 12. I think I had a four megapixel camera, 12 frames. It would take 2.5
Okay.
hours to process.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was very
Okay.
sophisticated. And I remember I sold an image, about 200 copies of an image of my hometown, the big panorama, and I had it like I could do it up to 6 feet, and it still looked very nice. 6 feet by about 13 inches. It
Mhm.
was still very nice. But I thought that was pretty crazy to have a program that took 2.5 hours to process, right? So back then it was pretty unique. That's why I sold lots of copies of it. But nowadays, of course, you could do that with your phone. But you and I know phone photography is not quite as good as the real thing with a real lens.
No, not really. But it's more comfortable when you do street photographer. You don't have camera, so you can do what you want with phone. I think it's a good tool.
It's a good tool, and they actually are very good nowadays.
For sure.
When I go on trips, I usually take my SLR, and my wife takes all her pictures with her Samsung, and the colors are amazing on her Samsung, but right out of the box. But I have to play with them a little bit to get them working properly, right? But then when I always tell her, yeah, but we can't blow yours up very, very big. Mine I can blow up to 13 by 16 very, very nicely. So, but yeah, it's good. So yeah, you've been in photography all your life. That's cool. Well, let me go to your personal page if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll show you the guys what I saw there yesterday. That was pretty cool. I think you have shared your picture of a mechanical racer there. I think it was. I'm going to find it here. There it is. That one on the right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like you've showed that to a few guys. So you got a few images with racing in mind. I see.
Yeah.
So you're obviously.
On the profile, you've got something called à la une. I don't know how you say in English.
À la lune? À la lune?
À la une.
À la une. Oh no.
Just between my photo profile and the first publication, and then you have ACC.
Yes,
and
I
you
saw
can
that.
have a
Yeah.
lot of story.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got I'll show you the ACC.
And I share for eSeniors for sure.
Yeah, you've got some videos in there. Nice. So obviously you're a Photoshop expert as well for post-processing. And aren't these games amazing in terms of being able to use their images, on your own? That's so cool, very cool. I just, being an engineer from way back, I got into racing half the time because not as much from a racing enthusiast as I was from the technical side. It's so amazing to be able to do what we do, and then racing was secondary. So yeah, I'll show you. I'll just scroll through some of your images. Are very amazing, very amazing. The way you both take the image and then post process it into something very artistic is very cool. Yeah. I remember the days when I was doing photography and joining photography clubs where they would have competitions, and at first they said you couldn't use digital photography because they were worried you had enhanced it, right? Remember that? For competitions, digital was not allowed.
For sure. Now, but we have the tools now, and we have the tools to push more deeper the idea that we have about picture. It's not shit, I think.
No, you have more artistic freedom, I guess, is a way to put it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
And when it's starting from a real image, it makes a big difference. Nowadays with AI, it's going to be a little different. We're going to have to worry about that now too. Oh yeah, I
think AI is a tool. You don't have to be slave about that. You have to how can I say, grow your idea, and maybe EA can help you, but you don't have to be slave about. It's like Photoshop, in fact.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. It's the artistic intent that's there. It's not pure photography. The pure photographers that said it had to be film only. You were restricted. That restricted you to film, really, right? It restricted you to what the equipment could do. Nowadays, the restrictions are massive. Yeah. Yeah. No. So it's very cool. All right. Well, let's get into. Let me drop that off the screen and get your beautiful face again. I can find it. Where?
Beautiful face. Thank you for this slide.
I'm glad I got I haven't had these interviews for a while. There, you're back up, so your face is being shown, so that's good. Had very difficult getting the interviews. I wasn't doing them because I couldn't get the technology to work that well. So let's get into your racing. You said you grew up near a racing track. Which one?
It's called RKC. It's a go-kart track starting, I think, 8 years old. The first time, 8 years old. It was a revelation, but it was too expensive to purchase. So, and I go back in go-kart, but two-stroke. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
But I was 45 years old, I think
Okay.
so.
Uh-huh.
Practice. Uh, I will say 3 years.
Uh-huh.
A lot of pleasure. But in one more time, if you want to have results, you have to invest so much, so much, so much. So I
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah.
okay, it's finished for me.
Were you in
Um,
were you in a league like something you were trying to in a high performance kind of situation?
Sorry.
Were you in a league you were trying to race at a very high level? That's why it was so expensive?
Not really high level. No, no,
No,
no.
eh?
It was regional. We call that
Regional,
regional.
yeah, regional, yeah.
Yeah, regional level.
Yeah.
It was in a league, in a special league. It was not French Federation. It was something called UFOLEP, and I had a really, really, really old go-karts, really old engine,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was in the middle of the pack.
What age group? Anybody any age group? Are you competing with young
Sorry?
kids? L'âge des autres conducteurs? Quel âge qu'ils avaient? Is it anybody could race any age? Were you racing?
It was between 18 years old and 60 years old.
Oh yeah, so the 18-year-olds were all over you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool. Plus, you don't look like a very. I have a friend that did it too, but he was a bigger guy and he got very heavy, and he said that was a big disadvantage. You look like a small, skinny little guy, so that's good.
Yeah, skinny little guy. Yeah.
So that's cool. So
Also
that's how you got
made
into
in
racing.
go-karts.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry?
I know I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Okay. No, 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 no. That was the good definition.
Yeah,
Little
plus,
skin guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's me.
Well, plus you have to buy the go kart. You got to keep tires in it. You gotta keep mechanical. So yeah, so it's something. It's something. So that's how you got into racing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
And my first time in Le Mans, in real, for that it was it blew me up. The first time we were in a little part of Le Mans in the Virage Porsche, and I heard the sound of the engine. And I say, okay, I rebirth
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
That's a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
I rebirth
Reborn.
one more time, one more time.
You sound like you're such a you're definitely an artist. You're definitely an artist because those kind of things are affecting you, and you say it that way. So that's amazing. Yeah. So that was just watching a race at Le Mans. You're saying?
Yeah, just watching the first time it was only watching and beginning to make picture,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
and then we contact Peugeot
Okay.
because I was working with a friend whose his mother working for Peugeot, and we said, okay, we are young, we are stupid, but we want to make picture from the race and from the stands.
Uh,
Uh, so it was 1992. It was Jean Todt who's leading the team for Peugeot, and one more time, it was something amazing, something very strange, very strange. And when the race was finished, I think I have 5 or 6 days. I was in the race.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
The dream continued. I was flying,
Oh,
and
cool. Very cool.
it was really, really, really special.
Yeah, yeah. So did you get involved in any other racing besides go-karts for real though, in a real car? Did you get involved in a real car after that?
No, not
No.
really, not
Yeah,
really.
yeah, that's
No.
good. So how about sim racing then? When did you discover sim racing?
With Gran Turismo 1, the first one,
Uh-huh.
the first opus, and Formula One. I was playing in PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and discover simulation ACC. There's one year and a half. So I start from automatic gearbox PlayStation to a little setup with not automatical gears, and it take 6 months to understand how driving and trailer brake or something like this. And
Yeah, it was a
that
big,
explains my level.
yeah, it's a big
My-
learning curve. So you've only been with ACC for a year and a half.
yeah.
Wow. So I gotta have a picture up of your that you sent me of your setup. So we've
Mhm.
got you're on a desk and you've got which is that a Thrustmaster that I see? What's your equipment?
No, it's Fanatec. The
Oh, it is
base is CSL Elite.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and the pedals.
Fanatec pedals also. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fanatec pedals with gaffer.
Okay.
That's my problem. I don't have chassis because in fact, I share the PC with my son.
Okay.
So, okay, I can't for this moment. I can have chassis. So this is my equipment and a little steer from Fanatec too.
Trying to get
And
you right.
the other one is rebuilding, something like this. How do you say that? When it's occasion? It's an old one.
Oh,
you have
I know
it.
what you mean. Like it's a used one. C'était pas nouveau.
Yeah,
Quand tu l'as
yeah.
acheté. Ouais, okay, you
Oh.
bought a used one. What was used? Your PC?
Yeah, PC, but don't ask me technical.
No, that's fine. Did you find?
It's like in English, and it's like my drive.
No, that's
You know, the
correct.
level is very, very low.
Well, I'm half technical. I just know enough to get in trouble. So yeah, I've got your image
Thank
up.
you.
So you're on a what's your chair? Your chair, is it fixed, or how do you stop your chair from moving when you're braking?
So I discovered in Amazon something. It's like stamp, and you put in the feet,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
nothing.
Nothing, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good, is it? Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm not sure I can say that because when you move like left and right, it's smooth.
Yeah. But not
But
the braking.
if
doesn't
you
hurt.
brake,
Oh, it's good.
if you brake, there's no problem.
You should put a picture of that on the stream after on the
Yeah.
Discord because a lot of people have that issue, I'm sure. So that'd be cool. Right, I'm
Okay.
gonna take your picture
Okay.
down.
And I think it was 10 euros for the five stamp.
Oh, that's nice.
Something like
That's
this.
nice. Hey,
Yeah.
we have guys in the league that are still on Logitech G29s, and they're as fast as hell. It's not always the technology that works, you know.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
So
It's work and talent.
yeah. So you're an ACC. I also see you've been racing LMU because you like Le Mans, right?
Yeah, I try LMU. LMU is harder than ACC. I think so.
With the
I'm nowhere.
with the
Nowhere.
hype-
I try to be online, but I'm nowhere. I'm simulating simulation. In fact.
So well, you could try the GT3 cars though. The GT3 cars drive quite well.
Yeah. I tried, and I tried Porsche for sure, but I'm nowhere. You know, we say that in French. In a race, if I want to make improvements, je ramasse les cadavres. So
You're.
I hope that's
I'll translate that one. It says you're picking up the corpses.
yeah, something like this.
So yeah, but how did you discover eSeniors? Just on the internet or?
With a Belgian friend, Sylvain.
Sylvain. Oh, Sylvain. Sylvain. It was the
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
I was.
yeah.
Sylvain was the guy I was trying to interview that I couldn't get the technology to work. So I have to go back and do him again now. Sylvain is he's Mr. Belgium sim racing, isn't he? He's got a
Yeah,
lot
for
of
sure.
stuff going. So I'm gonna get back to do Sylvain again, but he hasn't been racing with us lately. I'll have to say hello and see why not. Maybe he's gonna join the next season. So what are you gonna do next season with eSeniors? Are gonna do ACC GT3?
ACC GT3, but I don't think I have the level to be in the championship.
Oh,
I give me another season to be on Monday out of championship. I think it's better for me.
Yeah.
My mind is very fragile, and if I'm last every time, suicide is not very far.
Well, what you should do is, well, you can always join after. Watch the first few races and see what your low-level competition is. Hey, I'm at the back too most of the time, but I have 2 or 3 friends in my hometown that we race together. So my only job is to beat this one guy. If I beat Joe Bukavik, c'est beau.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
It can be a goal. It can
Yeah,
be
that's
a
a
goal.
goal. Yeah. So Joe, if you're listening, I did it last race. I did pretty good. I beat your ass, so that's good. So yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Now I got to ask you another question. We saw a few poems from you lately on Discord.
Sorry.
Des écrivains de poétrie. Poétrie, c'est bon ça? Tu es un poète.
Not true. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Where's
My
that?
talent, I think is there. My talents.
So-
No in driving, no in technology. No, I love that because it's some things to keep calm and to don't have up and down, because it's manage you. You have to think about your race and what you did wrong, what you did well, and if you can be if you can put some things from you
Yeah, yeah.
with humor, I think it's the better things.
And-
It's the better
yeah.
things to do.
Well, and
Maybe
those-
it's wrong.
Well, we keep saying to guys, especially during the races during the week, for sure go on Discord. People will help. You know, those races at noon. Everybody participates in those. We have a worry. I'm in the administration of the league. If you don't know, because I'm doing the podcasting mostly. That's about all I do. I don't do any of the stewarding. But we have good discussions about how we attract new guys, right? So we tried a number of things, and because it is a little intimidating starting out in the league, in A League. We all faced it. Of course, many of us started during COVID at the same time, so we kind of grew up with the league. But hey, we were all where you are today.
Mhm.
And you're saying,
No, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
You have to understand that you need to practice. That's the first tool, and to be patient.
yeah, we patient, yeah,
Okay, it's a question of time, and time we have now.
yeah,
We won't be world champion. It can't be possible. So it's the thing we have to remind every race, and fixing some goal. When I start in Paul Ricard, the pole was 6 seconds ahead,
yeah, yeah.
and then I reduce it, and now it's maybe 3, maybe 4, and I think it's enough for me. Okay, I'm glad. That's my goal, and maybe I can improve. I'm sure I can improve, but I have to be patient.
But if you're
And
4 seconds behind the pace is the bottom level. I'm 4 seconds behind the pace. I've been doing it for 3 years. So what you've only joined eSeniors in the last couple of months. The league often what happens is lots of people join at the beginning. So our grids will be 40, 45 drivers. By the end of the season, it's down to like 20 and 30. So the guys that when you'll see, maybe sign up anyway. You'll see the first few races. You'll be in the bottom pack just with me, because I started out 6. A couple of years ago, I was probably 6 seconds behind the pace. Got it down to
Okay.
3 and 4. I'm 3 and 4 in the pace, and there's a whole bunch of us at that level. So you never know. You might be. It's a lot more fun racing than it is practicing. That's for fun. That's for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. And during the week, often it's the big guys, the big boys, I say, who are practicing, because they practice all the time, that are there. So it's a little discouraging in the midweek races. We used to have more during COVID, but nowadays lots of guys just practice and then they show up for the Saturday race. But yes, going back to Le Mans Ultimate, very difficult to drive. I love the hypercars, and They're fun, but a totally different vehicle. It's so difficult to do the braking. Yeah, very difficult. But it's going to be fun. Hypercars and GT3 cars in the same race. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be in a hypercar. I'm hoping to pass these guys that I've never passed before. That should be fun. Well, very good. Well, it's very nice meeting you, Sicre. And now that everybody knows who you are, that's the goal of these interviews. And it was very nice to see your face and hear your history.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the track soon.
I hope so.
Yes. Okay, bye for now.
Thank you very much for the league, because when I'm coming, there's a lot of people who's helping me and say, okay, try this, try that, prefer this, prefer that. And I wasn't, how can you say habitué in English?
Used to? You weren't used to? The openness?
For that, I because the first opponent, it was me, in fact. And when I saw that, I say, okay, that's a different things, that's a different mood, and I love that. So thank you very much for.
Yeah, so no, we have it's a great league. It's a very great league. So I'm going to put a challenge out to someone to give Sicre some help. Reach out to Sicre, give him some tutorials. We have an amazing technology that somebody can get on with you and look at your race at live and talk to you in your ear at the same time and tell you what you're doing wrong. So I'll shout out here, somebody in eSeniors, reach out to Sicre and give him a little bit of coaching. So we want to get him on track on Saturdays. You can join the league in the middle of the season too. There's no big deal about that.
Okay.
Sounds like your time at Paul Ricard's not that bad. So that's your favorite track. It's a good French track for you. So maybe just join for
it's
that.
A track. It's a track.
No,
we call that car park. In fact, but it's a track. My favorite tracks is Nordschleife.
Oh yeah.
Not easy. You hate it in the beginning, and then you love it.
Yeah. No, that's true. That is true. It's got so much history.
Maybe things to do. It's a track guide, something like this.
Say again.
Maybe some things to do for the eSeniors who's coming. Like men has got no level for me. It's to make a track guide.
Yeah.
To say, okay, like you can find on YouTube or something like this.
Yeah, track guides. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Track guides.
Yeah. And use your profile Instagram, please.
Somebody you can look into online if you have not already is Sky94. He has a number of tutorials showing you how he sets up his cars for us during our races. So he's a good guy to look at because he's one of our guys. I'm sure he would reach out to help you too. All right, well, very much thanks. That's a 30-minute interview. That's perfect timing. Oh, I see some people on the stream. Terry Howard, what camera do you have, and what's your favorite lens? Oh, what camera do you have? That's a very good question. What's your favorite camera, and what's your favorite lens?
Okay, our favorite lens is super wide, something like this, and camera it's Nikon.
I'm a Nikon guy too.
D78 full frame, in fact.
The which?
And this one.
Yeah. For street photography. I'm a Nikon guy also. Not very many Nikons around, is there? Everybody's Canon these days. So what was the camera number again? I think I talked over.
D750.
Okay. I have a D. What's my latest one?
It's an old one.
Yeah, is it? Oh yeah. Well, I think mine is.
It's enough for me. 80% of my productions go on the social media. I don't print, so it's enough for me. I don't have to have 100 million pixels. No, it's silly.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you there. I've stopped buying I stopped buying cameras at D70. Now I just go for lenses. Not D70, D700. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not full frame, but that's okay. All right, any other questions? Nope, that's good. All right, well, it was nice meeting you, Sicre, and we will see you again on the track, like I say. Thank you very much for participating. Bye.
Bye.